was to have led Australia's charge for the America's Gold Cup is now gone. And according to Warren James,
he ended up 100 metres away with his head stuck in the mud. The amazing thing is that he's here to tell the story. Please welcome the reigning Australasian speedboat champion, Warren James. Welcome, Warren. Apologies again for yesterday. We brought Warren up from Ballarat and weren't able to fit it on yesterday. Now, I know that, I guess after that, there's not much left of the boat.
No, the boat was completely destroyed, Ray. There's nothing left of the boat.
How's the head?
Well, my head's okay. It's still part of the body, so I'm here. I'm all right. I can walk and I can talk, and although I might be a little bit slow, I'm bruised internally very badly. I have stretched tendons and fractured ribs, but apart from that, I'm not too bad.
Well, I reckon. Let's have a look at what happened that day. You might just tell us about that. So you're doing...
Well, at this particular stage, I was on the third lap of a trial run with this particular craft, and the weather that day was very gusty, and I think we've come out of a windy situation with a side-on wind into what we'd call a vacuum, and the air has got under that craft. We've come back into the wind, and the boat has violently taken off.
Now that's, we should say that film is from Ballarat television, courtesy of BCV Channel 8. That was just a home video someone had taken that.
That video was actually taken by a chap from Channel 6, actually, at the time that was out there. Our particular craft was on trial runs prior to a race meeting the day before. Every time we ran the boat, it was always being tried out and experimental work done with it. And unfortunately that day its history stopped.
Any warning? I mean, did you get warning that something was up?
No. I ran the 1.5 miles on the first lap at a normal slow pace of around about 1 minute 25 seconds. On the second lap...
A normal slow pace is what?
Oh, well, at that speed I suppose we were doing 85 mile an hour. The second lap we run at around about 52 seconds. And the third lap I'd been instructed to take the boat to 4,000 RPM, which was equivalent to, well, 185 mile an hour. I was 3/4 of the way through that run when the accident occurred, actually.
Now, I'm told that, in fact, we talked about going up to 250 k's, but I'm told that it, in fact, seems to be a lot faster on water than that sort of speed on land.
Yes, I'd be prepared to say the thrill and the effects of driving boats would be double that to land. You've got the wind to contend with, you've got water conditions that are variable all the time, and the boats are very flighty. The type of boat that I drive being a hydroplane, it's designed to fly, and their speed is, it's very sensational.
And it's certainly flew, isn't it?
Oh, my word.
We've got some still shots and some photographs of the accident itself. What goes through your mind when you see these? Does it bring it back pretty vividly?
Well, it doesn't really worry me greatly. The fact is that I'm here in one piece and I can talk to you about it. I was very disheartened over the accident, mainly because this particular craft had been designed in America by Ron Jones. It was built in Australia and was the brainchild of businessman in Melbourne, Ron Burton, with Burton Cables. And its ultimate aim of this craft was to win the Australasian Cup this year and go to America for the Gold Cup later this year. That's the most prestigious thunderboat race in the world. And they get something, just to give you an idea of the magnitude, they get something like over 500,000 people at these events over there.
You said thunderboats, did you?
Yeah, we call them thunderboats. They're powered by aircraft engines and they develop in excess of 3,000 horsepower.
Well, how much did that sort of boat cost?
Well, to build that craft you'd be looking at a budget of at least $150,000.
So have you done this yourself? Have you sponsored that yourself?
No, I drive for a company in Melbourne.
Yes, why do you drive? I mean, you mentioned the thrill earlier. Why do you...
Well, I've been involved in the sport 9 years, driving unlimited boats, and to drive those type of craft, I think it's just the ultimate. I mean, if you can imagine looking at that situation there, you can see how they come out of the water on the corners, and you've got an acceleration rate of something like from 100 mile an hour to 170, 180 mile an hour in approximately 7 to 8 seconds. And it's a very exhilarating feeling, and you're battling the elements as well as trying to beat the opposition, and It's good.
Yes. Well, what are you going to get when you're 100% fit? You're going to get back in the cockpit and do it again?
Well, at this stage, I have retired from driving that craft, mainly because there's a possibility that they'll build a new one. My family's a little bit against it. I have businesses that I run, and but I'm going to get back in the cockpit of a boat, yes.
I would reckon the family would be against it. You actually, I mean, was the head in the mud totally?
Well, I can remember at one stage everything was very good and proper, and the next minute it took off, and I said to myself, well, Jamesy, I better not say exactly what I said, but the next stage I'm upside down in the cockpit coming back at the water, and I thought, well, looks like this time I've copped it.
But you thought you were dead, did you?
Oh, well, I didn't think I was dead, but I thought I was going to be. And the next thing I come to, and I'm stuck in the bottom of the lake. And it's quite funny, actually.
Sure it is now.
Time just stopped, and the thing was, there's bubbles and water, and I thought to myself, well, what the hell am I doing down here, you know? And completely disorientated and stunned, and didn't know which was the top of the lake, and didn't know which was the bottom of the lake, and anyway, the bubbles were going up, so I guess that was the way I was going to try and go, and I came to the surface, and the rescue people were there, you know, fairly quickly.
I bet they were surprised to see you surface.
Well, I don't think at that stage they were that concerned. They knew that once they saw me go through the air, that I had a chance. Whilst I was trapped in the cockpit of the boat, there was virtually no chance. But I was catapulted something like 50, 60 feet into the air, and I travelled through the air for approximately 100 metres before I hit the water. And I think it was the fact of flying through the air that actually slowed my speed down.
Yes, well, I think Warren takes passengers. Anyone want to go with him? No?
The other thing is we wear very stringent safety equipment, and
You'd want to wear it, wouldn't you?
oh, yes, that's right.
All right, well, thank you very much indeed for coming. Good luck. If you do get back in the cockpit,
Yeah.
good luck. Would you please thank Warren James? Quite a story. Quite a story. We'll be back in just one moment.
Tonight on A Country